Okay, so I watched the show Westworld on HBO, and I found it real interesting. Like, oh, I'm one of them people who believe they be telling us shit through movies and TV shows, like telling us the truth and what they really planning and what they really on. But anyways, so I like the show, and I'm on flipping through Prime Video, and I see it's a movie. I'm like, oh, Westworld was a movie, and the movie is from either 75 or 85. I'm gonna go back and check, and I'm gonna put it on camera the credits for this movie because it say what year it was released. But this was way back when, and I'm gonna go research to see. But I don't think Google was out back then. So the Westworld, you can figure out. You can go look that up on your own what that is. I don't want to go into that because it's gonna take up way too much time. But based on the show, we know what the movie is centered about, or we know the show came from the movie. So if you ever seen the show, then you know what the movie is. So basically, this is a part in the movie where the first day ended, so the company is coming to collect the dead bodies, which are the robots, the AI, the human AIs. So they coming to collect them or whatever. They collected them, put them in the truck going by. Tell me what sign this is. You can see it on the side. They're gonna get a better view though. It's coming up again. What that look like? Who logo is that? Who the first ones to do an AI? Trip me out. Now I'm finna go see the year. Hold on. Alright. Let me go back. 1973. Y'all see it at the top. Follow the line with the stars. The stars, 1309, IMDb, 7.0 out of 10, an hour 28 minutes, 1973. Subtitles PG. 1973. Now I'm finna go look up Google. Finna pause y'all while I pull up my laptop. Alright, so we about to find out. When, this is really me typing. When did, I don't know if I want to start with Google or the internet, because hell, did we have the internet in 73? Yeah, somebody else wondered the same thing. Let us see. Had to see how that looked. Oh, Google don't want to answer me that, huh? Trying to focus the date. Okay, hold on, y'all. I'm itching and shit. It's just too much going on. Okay. That's a good question. Okay. So it was possible. That's how I research. So I found that first page about the internet. When did it start? And it say the internet, then known as ARPANET, was brought online in 1969 under a contract led by, I'm quite sure that's supposed to be led. Maybe they using let in a different form. I don't know about, but I would have said led by the renamed Advanced Research Projects Agency, ARPA, which is why it was called ARPANET. So basically what they did, what they saying in this first one I found, is that they, this research group, ARPA, they had a concept theory. Concept theory is when you just got something down on paper. It's a concept, like conceptually, this should be able to work. That you can string 4 different computers, 4 different networks to each other without actually having to connect them physically. So, basically, this is saying how they connected 4 different computers from 4 different universities with the internet. This is the first use of the internet. It wasn't even called the internet. It was called ARPANET because it was just a concept theory that they was working on. Tested it out. And it worked in 1969. So since this movie was from 73, or did it say 63? Okay, yes, with this movie being from 73, it's absolutely possible that Google was the first company to start working on ARPANET, turning it into the internet. So let's see now. Oh, but I showed y'all the first page to show you that once I saw that it was originally known as that, I wanted to go search that. All you gotta do is highlight it, right click, search Google for ARPANET. So I did. And this is what it said about ARPANET. So now, let's go search. When was Google created? Yeah, found it. It's a better way to word it. You know what, I should have looked up, right, because Google too new. Google is a search engine. I should have looked up. I had to switch hands. I need to look up what's Google's parent company. Who owns Google? Alphabet Inc. What you mean? Does that mean they just started in 2015? That don't make sense. Let's try this. Not Google. Oh. It say it resembles the logo of Google's parent company, Alphabet Inc. So we finna go look that logo up next. But for right now, see, that's why I'm thinking like it's on that truck. It looked like the Google logo. And Chrome is a part of Google. That's why I keep saying the Google logo. Yeah, ain't nothing a coincidence. That's my point. Nothing. Period. It's crazy. I know a lot of people be like, oh, it's just a coincidence, but personally, I don't believe in coincidences. I don't knock you if you do, you know, I ain't saying like, oh, you stupid, and nah, believe what you want to believe. But me, I don't believe in coincidences. I believe in a higher power. I believe in a supreme being. Some people call it God. Some people call it Allah. I call it the Most High, supreme being, and all be all, the creator. Yeah. So I peeped that, and I'm like, damn, it's an old movie. And I know Google is fairly new, because the internet didn't pop off, like, for personal use until, like, the 1900s. 1900s. 1990s. At least that's what I was thinking, you know what I'm saying? So we gonna look up the Alphabet Company. But the commercial internet service providers emerged in the late 1980s. So it was the late 80s where the internet started, you know, being used. I'm assuming more for like schools and GPS and businesses and, you know, like airlines and shit to interconnect all their networks, all their different posts across the country. That's just my guess. But okay. So this movie is within reason as far as having the internet and being able to fathom AI. Because I'm thinking, damn, 73 wasn't shit popping back then. We didn't have computers and shit like that. Like I said, personal use internet, late 80s. This movie, early 70s. But it was probably pulled from a report that was put out about ARPANET or ARPA and what they was doing and their concepts and shit like that. It's very interesting though. So let's see. Alpha, what was it? Let's go back. Alphabet Inc. Let's see what we see. Do a quick search before we flip to images to see if we can get a logo. Alright. Bam. Alright, I don't see nothing resembling. I'm gonna go back up and type in original in a minute. Let's see. Oh no. I wonder if I should do a light. Yeah, no. Point I was trying to make is this how my mind works. I see something like, damn, in 1973, what the fuck was Google Chrome's logo doing on the side of a truck for a company who developed AI so far advanced that you can't tell the difference between a human and the robot? You feel me? And you see what happened in the show Westworld, where they chose to take this movie, this old concept from this movie, and elaborate. You understand? In 73, that's around the time where they was like the elite, the 1%, the people who run the world. They was setting up for the New World agenda. They was setting up for it. People was mad. They was pushing back at the government and all authority figures and types and stuff because of the meaningless wars and the drafts, and it just wasn't making sense. Civil rights movements and the Panthers, you know what I'm saying? Like, people was losing their shit. Like, what is going on? I'm searching Google logos. What's this? What's this got to do with it? All in all, be vigilant. Take learning into your own hands. Stop waiting on people to give you the answers. In real life. Ain't no way in the fuck. A company that wasn't developed until the mid-90s. And a logo that wasn't pushed until the early 2000s. Maybe even the early 2010s. Like, what the fuck? This say 2015, but it had to be sooner than that. Like, that was only 3 years ago. Can't be it. Okay, 2008. That sounds better. That sounds much better. I'm like, what the fuck? 2008. Alright. Good question. All I'm trying to get y'all to see is the truth there. It's just, are you really trying to find it? That's the question. So, pay attention. They're telling y'all what's finna happen in plain sight. Get prepared.